The reason why I like being a naturalist is because I can talk about wrong things and people can't get mad at me. So I can like talk about in ecology, there's things that will drink booty juice and throw it up into other things' mouths. And you would never normally talk about that. But when I talk about it, it's totally cool. Check it out. These are western thatching ants. See how they're black and red, redheads. Okay, super awesome. They have these huge mounds. Sometimes these mounds can get up to 6 feet. They're made up of plant material on the above ground portions, and they go underground like 5 feet, and that protects them against fires because these burn really easily. It's the only ant that has a upper mound made out of leaves, and they use whatever leaves are close by. So this time they're using this ground fir. So thatching ants will eat weak and dead ants. They'll eat funguses, seeds, plant parts, but they'll also farm aphids. And so the aphids will be up in the tree, and this is not happening right now, but maybe some of you have seen it. And they'll farm those aphids, and they'll protect those aphids against other predators. But the aphids are tapped into the plant's blood, they're tapped into the plant, and that sugar water's pumping through them so fast that sometimes it comes squeezes out their butt. Okay. And the ants will drink that booty juice, okay, because it's honeydew and it's full of sugar, and they're like, mmm. And then they might be 70 feet away from their ant home, their mound, and they're not going to walk all that way. So they pass it on to other workers. So like when I used to be on a trail crew, we would pass things. Like sometimes we'd have like projects that were way up a hill and we had to carry logs. And so I would carry it, up like maybe an eighth of a mile, pass it on to this person, and they'd carry it, pass it on to that person. Well, ants do that too, except for they have a social stomach. And so when they drink that booty juice, they get in their social stomach, and then they walk to the next ant, they'll walk like 10 feet to the next ant, and they'll be like, blah! And they'll throw it in that ant's mouth, and that ant will put it in the its stomach. It'll be like, mm, and then it will carry it and blah, and throw it into the next sister's mouth, and they throw it up into people's mouths and into their social stomach until it gets back to the nest, and they throw it up in the larva's mouth. Okay, so if you're a larva, you're being raised on 7 times thrown up aphid booty juice. See, that's nasty. But because there's so many ants on this hill, sometimes birds will land on it and they'll spread out their wings, and the ants will get on there and they'll spray formic acid on the birds, which actually kills a lot of bacteria, and they'll eat off parasites and stuff. And it's called anting, and birds love to do it. Other birds like crows and kingbirds and woodpecker called flicker will get in here and eat these. Toads will hang out on the side and eat ants. So will lizards. So there's a lot of things that use this. And there's also beetles and some types of butterflies in Europe. But here there's like beetles that smell like the larva, and the ants will take the beetle larva in there and take care of them, even as the adults are up here eating ants. So it's just there's so many different animals that have evolved with ants. Ant mounds increase the biodiversity. They're bringing all this good stuff in one place. They're creating good soil, good places for plants to grow. They're creating a sunny spot where lizards can sun on, and which a lot of people have seen. So they're really cool. They're ecosystem engineers. We should definitely protect them. Bears after hibernation sometimes like to get in there and eat the larva if there's any. So this is just a really cool food source. They move seeds around. They do all kinds of cool stuff. So let's respect our ant mounds. And next time you see them, you can tell people about them drinking aphid booty juice and throwing it up in all kinds of people's mouth before giving it to their babies. And that's always an interesting story to tell.